Hey you guys, it's Smitty here again. Just got a video here. This is regarding a article that was put out a few days ago in regards of a hands-on play of a Backbreaker from the people over at Game Informer. And basically their review, like after reading it, it's a few pages long, about like 4 or 5 pages. After going through and checking out the different pages of the article, like it's very, they give the good and the bad about it. Like there's nobody that they're, excuse me, quote unquote, in bed with this. So they're pretty straightforward in telling like the different attributes, factors, and like different attribute factors, the ability to edit players and what can and cannot be edited, in terms of creating teams and naming players specifically, how you would go about doing that. Like they give all those different details, and what you can and cannot do with it in terms of the online play. They also talk about just the gameplay in general, but the few things that they take away, like it brings a little bit of disappointment to me in this article, as well as still, like, it still keeps my excitement. But like I looked on Operation Sports and seeing how so many people after reading that article straight dumped on the game and just said, oh, all my hopes are gone, and oh, now the game's gonna be garbage, and oh, now all is lost now. And like, they never, like, one thing that they say in this article, like, I don't know word for word exactly where in here, but they make mention that this game is supposed to be going up against Madden, you know what I'm saying, in the sense that they were out to overtake Madden and NCAA football. And that's not their game. That's not their game plan. They never said that from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like they say right there in the first lines, Backbreaker aims to take down the NCAA and Madden Punisher with its gritty, up-close and personal brand of football. And that's not true. They never stated that before. Like there was a article someone put up that was in an Xbox magazine, and they said it, like when they spoke to one of the main designers of the game, they said then that this is not Madden. This is not to overtake Madden. This is a football set up in a futuristic setting. You know what I'm saying? So they made this game to be its own entity, to present football in a completely different way. They say it like the game is set up in a soccer league style setting where you play in one league and you prove yourself to come up to a next league. Which, okay, I can feel them on that. And they're saying, like, one of the other things they talk about, they say that they're taking, like, with this game being made overseas, it has more of that Euro feel, of that overseas feel to it, in the sense that how they have the game layout. Like when it comes to the player attributes, you only have four different types of attributes, which they said, focus, like it's right in here. They said focus, agility, speed, and strength. Like I said, while these ratings may be fine for creating basic skill sets, there's no way to deduce what ratings affect abilities like quarterback accuracy, zone coverage, and man-to-man coverage, and etc. Like you would see in Madden, all the different categories that they have, which is a very, very valid point. And like I said, also, unable to adjust the size and weight of players, that's what I'm saying. There are some detrimental factors in this that that do hurt it, because with this game being a physics-driven game, with a physics-driven engine, that Euphoria engine, which is so based off of human-like physics, it really does hurt it you know, for them not to have that included. But, and you know, but on the other hand, on the flip, let's look at Madden. Madden has put attributes in there for, like, they put all these different fields of attributes. They had the interview with TJ Houshmandzadeh and said what his speed was, and talked about, they looked at combine times in which he never ran in. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know the inaccuracy of the stats when it comes to Madden. But the attributes don't matter anyways, because there was a video that Ryan Mooney put out, and I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put the link in the description. That where Madden, where he had an O-line that all the players that were on that O-line had an overall rating of, was it between the rating of like 9 and 15 overall for being an offensive lineman, and put them up against the Pro Bowl studded defensive line of the Indianapolis Colts and held them. And in some cases, I think in some cases, because it's a while since I've seen it, they knocked down some of the players. So that lets you know how player ratings don't matter in Madden at all. I highly doubt that it would be like that in Backbreaker. You know what I'm saying? I would hope not. But also we have to remember, this is the first game that they're putting out. So once they've done their first effort, these are the kind of things that they can look into a secondary effort. Because you got to remember, it's very, very difficult to create a football game that'll satisfy everybody. And this article is a pure point of that. Because you see how they're picking on so many different things, on so many different facets. Like if you read through this, they're picking on the different features, they're picking on the online play features, they're picking on all these things. And this is the first installment of a game from a development company that is small in comparison. You know, they're microscopic compared to EA Sports. Like I said before in my other video, they don't have a sports division. They don't have, you know, just natural motion and then they have natural motion sports. You know, they don't have that. They don't have like 2K games and 2K sports. They don't have that. Just like Sony, you know, you got Sony and then you have 989 Studios. You know, they have all that. These guys don't have that benefit. You see what I'm saying? They never had that benefit. This is just something, like I said, it was just an experiment to try out a game engine, and they expanded it to a game. You know, they made it a game altogether because of the buzz. It got such a huge buzz, they went on ahead and chose to turn it into an actual game. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm giving it the chance because of that. But the main thing that another one of the main things is that this article, they're basing their review off of playing, in terms of the gameplay, they're basing it off of the arcade mode, which it shows, like they talk about numerous different AI issues and everything in there and how dumbed down it is, but it's the arcade mode. You see what I'm saying? It's not meant to have this great on-point defensive prowess and offensive prowess. It's not meant to be that way, you know. And they complain about the run game and how hard that is. I mean, the running game is supposed to be a challenge. I don't remember the run. If the run game was that simple, everybody would just run the ball all day. Everybody will run the ball down each other's throats all day. If you have a strong defense, if you have a good run defense and you have a decent run offense, you're gonna run into some problems. You gotta work hard. You gotta work and make it happen. You know? And then they also talk about the animations, like how you have to, the animations aren't like cut on a dime like in Madden. Like you just hit the button, no matter how close you are, you can just hit a button and they'll in a flash bust out a juke or bust out a spin move or something like that. Honestly, I'm glad that they don't have it that way, because that would be unrealistic. You know, you have to predetermine a move and do it, because you have the player coming, so you have to time your moves accordingly. That means your timing has to be on point. That would make sense to me. So, you know, but like I said, I'm still looking forward to this game. I'm not disappointed. You know, I'm not fully disappointed. There are some things in here that had me a little bit weary. But like I said, read the article. Check it out. I'll have the link for this along with that video from Ryan Moody in the description. So check it out, please. It shows some great insight in terms of how ratings do not matter in Madden, and they're trying to talk about ratings here. So yeah, check it out, and I'll be back to you guys again. All right, till the next time, peace out.